Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for spending your valuable time at the Adapt 2030 channel. It has started. Rising supermarket thefts. Record grocery costs are the reason things are disappearing. We're going to start mining the ocean for rare earth minerals. Maybe that's what Africa's all about. North American Union, well, at least through the rails. And if it's not traveling by rail, it's going to go by air. Most cargo. Airports. Roads buckling, excuses are heat, maybe it's electromagnetic. Cost of soup going to soar. Can making products, there's going to be an import levy of over 100%. In Canada, going to be boosting regulation on supplements, reclassifying natural health products into drug. It's here in 23, it's here in 23, the end of 23, and it's gone. And let's start the conversation with money. Conditions in the last depression after the 1929 crash, money literally disappeared. You know, we have credit cards today, so it'll be slightly different. But what is so spectacular is the overlaps on the contraction of our money supply currently and why we're having all these problems in the United States and globally. There was virtually no money in circulation. The grocery had groceries, but nobody had money to buy it. The car dealers had cars, but nobody had money to buy it. Where did all the money go? That's more of a modern question to ask, too. It's going into buying our own bond issuance back. Small floating supply of ready money went to pay debts and vanished into the black hole of the banks. And another matchup here, the real reason that money was not borrowed into existence, there was almost nothing left to mortgage. Are we seeing these repeats in our modern era? Spooky is what it is. And they're talking about this in 1929, 1930. The day will come once more when lending will stop. Oh, repeat 2023. New money will stop coming into circulation. Yep, that money supply is shrinking. We just have to look to the past to see the future. And you'll understand why rising supermarket thefts are a thing. I was saying with Mike Adams on many a show before, theft is going to be such a thing that armed guards are going to be in the parking lots and actually in the supermarkets. And you will be checked on your way out, guilty until proven innocent. This cost of living increase, people are going to do things they wouldn't normally do before. And look at that, a 20% increase in stock loss, meaning if I'm reading it right, they're losing 20% of their goods to theft. That's a huge amount. That's 20% of the store disappears. That's in Woolworths and Coles down in Australia. America soon to follow. Well, it is. We just don't report on it too much. Record grocery costs, global food index soaring. And I thought, well, really, how much is that? The FAO are saying it's all-time highest ever. So if we go over to the food inflation of the BRICS, Brazil, 5.8%, Russia and China very close to zero, India. But South Africa pushing it in at 13.9%. They're having some problem with the farmers down there. But the G7, oh my. UK 19%, Italy almost 12%, Germany almost at 17%, and the list goes down. Canada 8.3%, USA 7.7%. I can't believe it. No way, that's way up around 20 to 25%. So take these numbers with a grain of salt, no pun intended, on the food. Well, I guess that's a spice. Canada hopes to boost regulation on natural health products, otherwise known as supplements. This stretches across the border from Canada and the United States, both. And have you heard about nicotinamide mononucleotide, NMN? It's a derivative of vitamin B niacin, a precursor to NAD+, a compound for muscle regeneration, metabolism, and energy production in your body. And as we navigate into this grand solar minimum, food shortages, economic shifts, and our health are paramount. And this represents a tool in the adaptation toolkit, offering benefits like energy enhancement and anti-aging. But the FDA's potential reclassification threatens this access. And Black Forest NMN still available. I can attest to it. the clarity it gives me, especially in the mornings when I'm trying to work on the videos and get things done around the farm. Check out what they have. Black Forest, you can use that link in the description box below. Use the code ADAPT10 to take 10% off at checkout. But in addition, this whole nanny state that we're moving into, things are disappearing left, right, and center off the store shelves already, and then they want to reclassify things like vitamin C. Are you going to have to get a prescription for that? Look at these rare earth minerals. We're all over in Africa, all the Western nations saying, oh, we're not leaving, we're not leaving. They were told by a government, leave. France was, and like, no, we're not leaving. So this whole world of disappearance of goods, services, and products is just going to continue through 2023. Land, shipping, difficulties, railroad on the high seas, difficulties, economic constrictions, BRICS shifting off into its own world over there, leaving the US dollar behind. Everywhere you look, there's disruptions. And it looks for me like a purposeful cutoff for a lot of things that we need for our bodies, our minds, and our spirits as we move forward. So please get ready and choose what works best for you in these situations. But I did leave the link for the NMN in the description. I do like it. Cost of soup is about to soar even higher as import tariffs for the things we use to make the cans is going to get levied at 122%. So if it's more than a doubling of import costs coming in, then that should equate to something around 30% increase in any canned good that you buy. They were just doing Campbell's soup because it's kind of easy one to do. And we go all the way back to 1895 on the chart, and then we come far over onto the 2025, and we're splitting it in the middle there. So we've gone from 10 cents to $1.20, about a 12 times increase on that. It's going to increase further because the true currency of the earth, it's not money, it's your energy being stolen every pip northward in inflation. Also saying that you're going to be responsible for your own health. If you're in a supermarket and you pick up a piece of fruit, those little stickers on it, it didn't used to be like that. You just had a bunch of apples that you picked through. So here we go. Ionizing radiation, meaning they blast to kill any microbes or whatnot on there. You're looking for a 3 on that. Conventionally grown, they're going to spray the fruit in the orchards. That's number 4 that you'd be looking for. Pre-cut fruits, obviously something that's in a bag, will be a number 6. GMO, genetically engineered, it's going to be a number 8. And anything organic starts with a number 9. So when you're in the store, you might want to remember at number 9, it's so fine. Ditch the others. And remember, all this talk of North American Union and assurances that it was not going to happen and will not, and there won't be a union currency either. Kansas City Southern Railway and Canadian Pacific Railway Limited have teamed up to do the first single line service across Canada, the United States, and Mexico. Yep. This is also a real interesting pie chart here to see market share of the different railroads. And if we do put up KCS and CP together, which is blue for Canadian Pacific and purple for Kansas City Southern, you add those two up to 17% of all traffic. It's all about the delivery of goods. So do they know something we don't, where we're going to have to be trading inter-North America because nobody else will accept dollars? But cargo does move by air as well. So which airports moved the most cargo? This is from last year. They won't have the 2023 until next year. But LA, that makes sense. Memphis, that's a huge one. And Miami also. And if we move over into Asia, we got Tokyo, Narita, that's 10th on the list. But, a lion's share of those are going to be in China and also up in Korea, Hong Kong, number 1. And then moving over to the green economy, we're going to need huge supply chains for this. So rare earth minerals, not forthcoming. Those are being bottlenecked on purpose due to economic restructuring across the planet. Petrodollar is in a decline. 3 main types of mineral deposits on the seabed. So I'm just asking you with a straight face here, They're talking about reducing kind of emissions in different systems, etc., but they're going to go out and try to mine the seabed floor for mineral deposits? What? Why don't we just go to El Dorado? Africa set to become the new El Dorado for rare earth productions. Oh, wait. Is there a disruption happening there right now? Let me scratch my head and see. In very key locations across Africa for rare minerals. But again, U.S. slapping new tariffs on solar panel companies bringing solar panels into the United States. So if it wasn't the tin to make the cans for food that we're going to need for our preps moving forward in case there's a breakdown in supply chains, let's talk about roads for a second. And those of you know, I'm talking about 2024 coming in with some strange magnetic anomaly. Planets today, what all this function for this site is here is to show you how planets are electromagnetically coupling together. When they turn this bright pink, they're interacting with each other electromagnetically. Now, isn't that strange? Those four gas giants that I keep referencing coming into the square in 2024 have started to kick it off. Roads buckling. They're telling you it's the heat, but I'm wondering, how does heat buckle concrete like that? Electromagnetic shifts in the top of our crust make way more sense. Earth fissures, earth cracks, sinkholes, broken roads, rail lines splitting with more derailments. Gee, wonder if that's happening. Extreme heat can cause roads to buckle and blow out. Electromagnetic changes in the top 2 miles of our crust of this planet can do the same. I wonder if this fits in any way, shape, or form as we look out to 2024. October, when this will be squared off. The last time we saw this was 79 AD. I do thank you for watching. I hope you got something out of the video. This is just, definitely every lever, knob, and gear is being shut off on our modern world. And you can see it plain as day. So the shipping constrictions now, okay, well, there's a drought down the Panama Canal, and oops, we can't ship any goods. There's a huge delay in everything. U.S. dollar is just getting kicked to the curb everywhere that you can see. Oil transactions, if you think the price of gasoline has gone up already, I can't imagine it really getting cheaper from this point, especially with the petrodollar. It's not going to, just like I say, not going to be disused in a single day where the whole system will collapse. But every day it's less and less used. And now there's no military to go in and, say, hey, you have to use our dollar again. Those days are over. So as we prepare, which I would encourage you to do, supermarket time. What about the rice shortages? Everywhere you look, there's something going wrong. But people just sit there and go, oh no, everything's fine. There's still food in the supermarket. The banks are still working. Internet's still on. No worries. Everything's going to be just fine, dude. Okay. But it is time to get ready. Bye for now.